So it started out like some kind of celebration. Congratulating me, Isaac von Goethe, for getting a recommendation for the Royal Academy at only 10 years old. Seemed like everyone was all smiles and sunshine. My nanny even prepared all my favorite foods. Felt excessive. Then Hans, this guy who basically took care of me when I was sick, gives me a gift. I told him he didn't have to, but he insisted. Said it was nothing compared to me making sure his son got his medicine. I hate owing people. Jonas, my little brother, then decides to play some music to celebrate. He's a prodigy on the lute or whatever that thing is, but as soon as he started playing, I don't know how to describe it. It's like I started seeing things. Flashes. Next thing I know, I'm waking up in a cold sweat. Another nightmare. Lucas is there, asking if I'm all right. He always asks. I tell him it was just a dream about the past, about 20 years ago. Lucas tries to distract me with some fresh cheese. He knows I hate dwelling on this stuff. He reminds me I missed swordsmanship training. Before I could say anything, he tells me to enjoy my meal. Then memories, flashes from when I was 10, right before I was supposed to enter the Royal Academy. I got a sudden flu that lasted for 3 months. My father even got a scholar from the magic tower to look at me. Something about my mana circulation being abnormal, that my vessel would shatter. And then the mana inside my body exploded. People were killed and injured. Kept happening, these mana explosions, putting everyone on edge. It got so bad, my younger brother, Jonas, his right hand got torn apart. That's when I begged them to lock me away, to keep everyone safe. I think back then I was only 15. Back in my cell, I'm eating some bread and suddenly, I heard Lucas cough up blood. Lucas stayed by my side too long again. This is what happens. He gets all defensive, says if he's not here, who will take care of me? He even jokes that I don't even have any friends. Seriously? I tell him to get lost and meditate, but he just smiles, says I've caused dozens of explosions and he hasn't lost a single hair. So annoying, and he insists I won't find anyone better than him. Then he finally leaves. Alone again. More memories. Congratulations, young Master Isaac. Then, I'm back at the celebration. But it's twisted. Dark. Everyone is dead. Everything is covered in blood. I'm sitting at the head of the table, and I hear a voice, "Ah, you're finally here." I look up, and it's Lucas. But wrong. So wrong. "Welcome back, Lucas. It's been a while, young master." And then I wake up. Again. Lucas died. He left after vomiting blood, and that was the last I saw of him. He didn't visit for over a year. I only heard of his passing from my father. That's when I locked my door completely. I should have kept my distance. I shouldn't have gotten attached. I should have treated him coldly. A few more years passed like that. I'm still alive. Now I must look forward. Years and years of eating bread. I became middle-aged, but my appearance was already that of an old man. I studied magic, trying to overcome my peculiar constitution. But there was nothing left to learn from text. It was all intuition now. You who begin the journey, you are so utterly solitary. Can you stand alone before infinity? A lonely world where only mana and you exist. Awaken to your true self. A few years passed, and I finally found a clue to overcoming my mana condition. Was there some kind of problem within the family? 71 years old. Then someone knocked on my door. "Brother, it's Jonas." He's aged, too. "It's me, Jonas. Are you sleeping?" I just stare and ask him why. He asks if he can come in. "Speak from out there." I tell him, "How have you been?" "Well, it's a long story. Did you know? Today is the anniversary of Father's death." "How did Father pass away?" "It's a long story. Do you want to hear it? If you don't mind, then I suppose I should start with what happened over 30 years ago." He started telling me this whole story of the war between the princes, and then a gate opened. Monsters came from another world. The atrocities committed by the radical faction of the new religion. He tells me, "Now, at least you can live out the rest of your life in peace." Ah, if only I had come a little sooner. I kicked the door open, and there he was, lying on the ground with a sword in his chest. "It's a miracle that you managed to speak for so long. Let's go." I tell him he can't just lie there forever. Then I'm carrying him up the stairs. Why are you so light? Just how long were you starving?" We get outside and it's snowing. It's snowing, Jonas. In winter, the ground is frozen solid, so I cannot bury him. I will wait until spring. I will bury Jonas in the family plot, and then I'll rest too. After what felt like forever, spring finally came. I buried Jonas and then held onto a mana stone. I had to try. I started a fire and reached for it. Finally, after long years of research, I overcame my peculiar constitution. Can I rest now too? Now, can I be forgiven? Just a little? If only I had hurried a bit more. If I hadn't surrendered so much time to despair, would something have changed? Then I'm just lying there, and I hear someone ask, "Young master, did you have a nightmare? Is it Hans?" No, Hans passed away a long time ago. Then I wake up again. Cold sweat. Some other servant tells me I look pale, too. Asks if I did not sleep well. Is this a dream? Is this my life flashing before my eyes before I die? Young master? I hear someone shout, "Young Master Jonas, it's dangerous. Please come down. I told you I'm fine." Then I see him. Little Jonas, up in a tree, holding a toy soldier. "Jonas," he yells, "Big brother. I told you to come down." I just stare, and this isn't a dream. I've returned to the past. A voice echoed in my mind. "You who begin the journey. You are so utterly solitary. The one who can stand alone before infinity. A lonely world where only mana and you exist. Awaken to your true self. Let go of your thoughts. Abandon the perspectives etched into your life. Break free from the shackles of the past and become your true self." My room was a disaster again. The maids were already sweeping up the mess, muttering about my special constitution causing trouble. They're probably scared I'm gonna blow up again. I can't really blame them. Hans peeked through the doorway, trying to hear what they were saying. Seriously, what were they talking about now? Hans was about to go yell at them, teach them a lesson for talking behind my back, but then I grabbed his arm. I told him to calm down, that they weren't exactly wrong. I should stop coming by, too. That you got hurt because you was by my side again. He just stared at me, confused. Then he knelt down, took my hand and said he still liked me, but right now things were just difficult. He said I was just going through a hard time, and it would pass. I guess he was trying to be comforting, smiling all bright like that. But I remembered that eventually he lost his life in an explosion I caused. All the people who cared for me, they all died because they cared. So I just said, "No, I killed them." I said to myself that if this situation is real, what I have to do is... I looked at Hans standing there by the window. I called his name. He responded like always, but all I could say was, "Get lost." He started to walk away, and I snapped, "Get out of my sight. Right now." He just said, "Understood. This is right. Being close to me only puts him in danger." I saw him heading out, but even so, he wanted to tell me not to bear it all alone. That sometimes it's okay to trust them. But I couldn't, and I don't even remember those words. Did I dream them? Did I just want to hear someone say them so badly? It hurts. Is this even real? What was that death back then? I looked at the Jonas playing in the tree again. Whether it's a dream or reality doesn't matter. What matters is, mana explosions must not happen anymore. Long ago, there was someone who suffered from the same special constitution as me. His name was Isaac von Goethe. The mage who reached 10th class, a marvel no one else had surpassed, was my great-grandfather. I learned about him through records my father passed down, and after studying them for years, I found a way to overcome the constitution. It's this rune stone right here, pattern born from research. Carve it into a magic stone, and it becomes a rune stone. Before, my hands trembled too much to carve it, but now, being young is nice. This is supposed to prevent the mana explosions caused by my special constitution. The vessel that holds mana has to withstand the constantly circulating mana. But my mana circulates insanely fast and violently, so the vessel can't endure it. An ordinary person would die the moment it breaks, but my vessel, strangely, it restores itself, so it could explode 10 or 20 times. A disaster if there ever was one. And this rune stone, it intentionally damages the mana circulation path. If continuous impact is applied to the damaged area, a new waterway opens up. That's how the force of the violent mana is dispersed. But the success rate is low. I barely succeeded myself and only right before I died. That small flame was proof of success. This time, will it really? I started the process. What kind of firepower is this? I kept going, and then, just as I thought, the waterways increased to 3. Each one's size and nature are different. 2. I've become able to cast 3 spells at the same time. This works. No, wait. This isn't my goal. My goal is to stop the explosions from happening. To do that, 3 waterways aren't enough. I have to use more magic more often to increase the waterways and reduce the burden on the vessel as much as possible. So until then, I can't keep anyone by my side. No one. Then Hans showed up at my door. It was dinner time. Wheat bread, the kind I like, he said. I just told him to get out. He just simply said, you haven't been eating at all lately. He's not listening at all. What's with that sappy look in his eyes and tone of voice? He said he'd just watch me eat and then go. So I asked him, Hans, how old am I? 12 this year, he said. An age when I should be acting spoiled. I looked at the bread. Is this the nanny made? It's been a long time since I tasted this. I didn't see the nanny today. Her son Hyder has pneumonia, Hans said. So she went back home? The nanny leaving her post because of her own child. In another family, she wouldn't even dream of it. Things sure are running well. Is the one suffering from pneumonia only Hyder? No, all the children in that village came down with it. I see. I remember now. The incident that happened during this time, the Black Goose Village mass pneumonia incident. Because of this incident, the nanny lost her son and had to live with great sorrow until right before she died. It's a relief, she said. This time I'm leaving first. I don't want to make her go through that again. The cause of the pneumonia that was revealed later was clearly. Then I asked Hans what monster was subjugated there recently.